Welcome to this week's devotion. It's entitled The Shield. This is the Be Strong series, and we're in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16. It says, in addition to all these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. We all want the fiery arrows to stop. None of us like all these thoughts that we get bombarded with. How do we stop these thoughts? How do we quench the work of the enemy? Well, as it says it right there, the shield of faith. Now, it says, the first part of the verse said, in addition to all these, addition to all of what? To all the other pieces of armor. The other pieces of armor are things that you're clothed in. God clothes us in as we draw near to him. He dresses us. He puts the armor on us. But these now next two items, the one I'm going to talk about today and the next one next week, it's hold up the shield of faith and then the sword of the Spirit. The shield of faith is to defend. The sword of the Spirit is to go on the offensive. And so we need that shield of faith up. This reference Paul was bringing forth here comes from the Roman army. The Roman army, they had these big, long, rectangle shields that were quenched in water, drenched in water, that is, so that it could quench the fiery arrows of their enemy. That's how the enemy forces would fight Rome. They would send arrows lit on fire. So as they hit the shield, the wetness in the shield would quench that fire. And so likewise, the enemy's throwing at us lies, deception, evil thoughts. All these things are being thrown at us throughout the day. And so the key for those things stopping, they might still come at us, but they don't have to penetrate our heart and have an effect in us, is by that shield of faith. We got to speak the word. We got to counter it. We got to hold on to faith. You know, with the thought that comes to our head, we got to counter it with our faith, and then it will be stopped. It will hit and it will fall to the ground instead of going through the shield. And that's why we have to have a shield. The armor is not enough. They went into battle, they had the armor, but yet they had the shield. All right? We can't just have put on, we got to hold up. That's a part that we have to play. God gives us faith, yes, but we have to hold on to that faith. We have to put up that faith, that shield, whenever we're under attack. And before we even get under attack, just have that shield up. It has to be a lifestyle of walking by faith. To walk with God is to walk by faith. As the Bible says, what pleases God is faith. So we got to keep our faith, hold on to faith. But faith and the word go hand in hand. We have to have faith in what? Faith in God, faith in his word. So when we hear anything that opposes the word, no, we choose to stand on the word. That's the shield. That's what keeps the fiery darts from getting into our heart. Because once it gets into our heart, it will affect our thinking and affect how we feel, and it'll begin to bring darkness, depression, oppression into our life. And so we got to have that shield of faith up at all times. Satan doesn't stop, but we can stop him. He doesn't stop. He's going to try to continue on and bombard us. Just like in Israel, they have missiles that just come from every direction, and they're bombarded with missiles, many, and they have that dome, but when there's so many missiles coming at once, some of them get through. But we don't have to let anything get through to us. We can stay strong in the Lord at all times. So I encourage you, keep that faith. Keep that shield of faith covered, be covered in the shield of faith all the time, every day, everywhere. We can't afford not to. God bless you, and see you next time.